Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I am Nanny Joanne, soon to be Mommy Joanne, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about NIPT, also known as non-invasive prenatal testing, and I have here my results that I will be sharing with you because why not? All right, so what is NIPT testing? NIPT testing is an elective test that you as a pregnant mom choose to do when you are in your first trimester. It's usually done around 10 to 12 weeks of you being in your first trimester, and it basically tests for any genetic abnormalities such as Down syndrome. And a really cool thing about this NIPT test is that you can also test the gender of your baby a lot sooner than you could if you were only doing an ultrasound. So this test tests for trisomy 21, trisomy 18, and trisomy 13. So what are those? Basically, trisomy 21 is Down syndrome, trisomy 18 is Edwards Down syndrome, and trisomy 13 is Patua syndrome. And it will also test for conditions caused by missing X or Y chromosomes. So very important to note, this elective NIPT testing is not 100% accurate. This is a screening test, which basically lets you know if your chances are high or if they are low for your baby to have these genetic abnormalities. It's not a diagnostic test, which means it doesn't give you 100% facts. So how is this NIPT testing done? You just go to your local laboratory, or perhaps your provider can just simply draw blood from you, and then they take it to the lab and they test it there for any of these abnormalities and your baby's gender. Within 18 to 14 days, typically it's about a week, your OBGYN or midwife or whomever will get these results and they will share it with you. When you're getting your NIPT testing done, if you want to know the gender, let your practitioner know. And if you don't want to know the gender, let them know so that they don't find out and accidentally be like, oh, okay, everything looks good. Oh, by the way, it's a girl. Like, you don't want that. So if you don't want any possibilities of humans making any kind of mistakes, just be like, I don't want to know the gender. Just let me know if everything is developing as it should in there. Whether you get the NIPT testing or not, it's obviously elective and it's up to you. But people who should get NIPT testing done are women who are above the age of 35, because the older you get, the eggs are not as young, perhaps are not as viable, and you are more likely to experience certain kinds of issues being that you're of an older age. If you have a family history of having these genetic abnormalities, you might want to know, hey, are my odds high? Even though these abnormalities are not genetic, it's basically the luck of the draw here. If there is a historical pattern of potential, babies that are born with Down syndrome, you just might want to know just for peace of mind. And if you as a mother or your partner knows that you guys have chromosomal abnormalities, you guys might want to just double check to make sure your fetus is not carrying these abnormalities. But if that's something that you don't have a problem with, that of course is your choice. When you get your NIPT testing, it's gonna tell you if you are low risk or high risk. It'll tell you the gender and it'll tell you your fetal fraction. So what is your fetal fraction? NIPT measures the mother's DNA through the placenta, and this is called the fetal fraction. For the most accurate test possible, the fetal fraction should be over 4%. And this usually happens around the 10th week of pregnancy, which is why the NIPT testing will be done to you after or during your 10th week of pregnancy. The NIPT test will then look at specific chromosomes to see if the percentage of DNA from each of these chromosomes is considered normal. If it falls within a standard range, the results will be negative. However, if the opposite happens, if the DNA shows that it's more than a standard range, this could lead to a positive result, meaning that the fetus may have an increased risk of genetic abnormalities. But as I said, the NIPT test is not 100% accurate. And if you do get a result with a higher risk, further testing is going to be needed to determine whether this is 100% factual or not. All right, so now you know a little bit about NIPT, how it's performed, how to read the tests, and what it tests for. I am going to be sharing with you my results from my NIPT testing. So let me get a little bit closer so that you guys can see. So here you see that my results, I am at low risk. And here it shows you the sex of my baby. It says that it is consistent with female, so I'm having a girl. And for the last one, it shows you my fetal fraction, which was at a 12.2 at the time of my testing, which, as I mentioned, it has to be above a 4 so that it can be the most accurate. Also, here on the bottom, it shows the trisomy 21, 18, and 13 that I tested for. And here in this middle column, it shows that I am at low risk for any chromosomal abnormalities. And here basically breaks down that my testing is consistent with having 2 chromosomes, not any more, not any less, so on and so forth. So if you want to receive this so that you can do your own research and look at it and better break it down, just ask your provider. The lab typically will not send you your results to you. It'll send it to your doctor, OBGYN, midwife, whomever, and you can just have her or him email it over to you, and you will have this for your own records. All right, guys, hope that this was useful. Remember, if you choose to go the NIPT route, it's your choice. It's elective. You don't have to do it if you don't want to know the gender of your baby, or if you don't want to have that stress of wondering, oh my God, is everything okay? I don't know. I want to know. You know, it's obviously something that you should take time and to think about and discuss with your partner, or just think about it on yourself. Do you want to know if there's any issues, or is everything okay? You're just going to put that positivity out there and hope and wish for the best. Do you want to know the gender? Do you not want to know the gender? It's all up to you, moms. Remember, you are in control. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, and any decision that you do make will be because you have made it, not because you've been pressured by society or your doctors or your family or your partner. It's whatever you want to do. And remember, you always have the option to say, no, I don't want to know. I'm just going to wait. But I could not wait. I wanted to know. Anyways, whatever you choose, best of luck to you. I am hoping that you guys all have a healthy and a beautiful pregnancy. And I will see you guys all next time with more. Happy pregnancy.